President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Joe Ajaero, appears to be putting too many sticks into the fire at the time. Joe Ajaero is playing the role of an activist and partisanship, and by involving himself in the running of a political party, which could be difficult to combine. Now, the leadership of Labour Party has therefore advised Ajaero to resign as NLC President and contest for the National Chairmanship of the party if he wants to join partisan politics. And in a letter signed by the spokesman of Labour Party, Obiorah Ifoh, the party insists that its national convention will hold as scheduled on the 27th of March. In a new twist to the issue, the NLC members stormed the secretariat of the Labour Party to protest against the party's national convention and demanded the sack of the national chairman of the party, Julius Abure. The protesting workers were refused entry into the party secretariat by the Nigeria police. BKO, when I first heard the story during the weekend about the NLC being involved with the Labour Party's convention, I'm trying to understand what is the concern of NLC? Why is the union so attached to Labour Party? What is the relationship?
The parent organ of the Labour Party is the Nigerian Labour Congress. It's the umbrella body of workers in our country. So it's difficult to divorce the Labour Party from the NLC because it's a party formed by workers for workers. But over the years, politicians have found in it a convenient special purpose vehicle to attain political leadership. And Labour, for so long, didn't really show more than a passing interest in the affairs of the Labour Party. So we just saw it as Labour Party, but Labour did not really show an interest, But in the weeks leading to the last general election, we saw Ajaero and his people becoming more and more political in nature. I think that Ajaero will go down in history as the most politically exposed NLC president in Nigerian history, because NLC, they were going to the NLC secretariat, they identified with the candidate of the Labour Party. What I find amusing is, right now, it appears that Ajaero wants to put in place his own person as the national chairman of the party. He's not prepared to take the back seat anymore. He wants to be the godfather that puts the national chairman in place. They've been accusing Abure of turning the party to his personal property, making money off his party. They accused him of stealing. I know that there was even an ESCO member who claimed that she was not allowed, despite being signatory to the account of the party, they didn't allow her to know how money was being moved and all that, until Abure presented checks to show that they were jointly signing those checks. So money is involved here. You see, especially in an electoral season, party leaders make a lot of money. They collect bribes from people who want to contest. They sell forms, expression of interest and nomination forms, and they are largely unaccountable. So Ajaero must be seen in the Labour Party a gold mine, and he wants to put his own person. The same way that governors are leaving office, they want to put their person. This is what I see going on. Abure as a person, I am indifferent to him. I've come on this program in the past to criticize him and all that, so I'm not patronizing him, God forbid. But it seems to me that there is a desperation on the part of Labour to chase Abure out of office. And you may have started Labour Party. You understand? But the truth is, once you submit, once you form a party and you submit the constitution of the party to INEC, that party becomes a public property. It is no longer purely a Labour affair. Many of the people who are in Labour Party today don't have anything to do with Labour. In fact, you can see that Abure and his people are even accusing Ajaero and his people of not being card-carrying members of the Labour Party. So now, you can't go and be picketing the Labour Party secretariat. That is not how to remove Abure from office. If you want to remove Abure from office, call a convention of the party. The neck of the party has the power to send him packing. They can impeach him during their neck meeting. The neck is the most powerful organ of the party. You cannot use Labour tactics, NLC tactics, like picketing, like harassing, to chase the man out of office. If you do that, he will go to court, and the court will rule that he was removed illegally. They ought to know this. Rally other people, call an extraordinary convention of the party, move a motion to remove Abure from office. That is the structure. That is what the Constitution says. You cannot harass him out of office through picketing or stop him from accessing his office and then use that as a means of chasing him out of the leadership of the party. And interestingly, they are also not talking about other people. It appears that Abure is the main target. Yes, the person that they want to chase away. I have no sympathy for Abure, but you see, people must realize, because some people have deceived themselves, very delusional people in the Labour Party who imagine that Labour Party is a new breed political party in our country. It's not a new breed political party. Labour Party is peopled by many people who are in the PDP, many people who are in the APC. They just saw it as an opportunity to try and attain leadership. Some were from ABGA, like the former national chairman of ABGA is in Labour today. So those tendencies that we see with our regular political parties, they must not deceive themselves that this one is a born-again political party. We are seeing contestation for power, see blackmail. This is what we are seeing now. But I don't think the methods that Ajaero is using is embarrassing the NLC with some of these. These methods will not work. If we push him out of office, he will go to court. You must follow the constitution of the party in removing him. After all, when some people from his ward in Edo State, that's Abure, when they tried to remove him the other day, they didn't succeed. Because unlike the PDP, where the membership of the party begins from the ward, in their own case, it is the national organ of the party that can sack a national chairman. So it didn't work. So you have to follow the constitution. Otherwise, this is a waste of time.
Indeed.
Honestly.
I can imagine the situation right now. But, Mayor, from your perspective, what do you think could be the overriding implications of these developments in a party that largely garnered so much support in the last elections? What do you think this could be? Because when we have this kind of situation happening, the NLC interfering in the Labour Party, and it seems like
I think the problem has to do with Ajaero. Ajaero is somebody that loves power, and he has this impression of himself as if he's the Alpha and Omega, and he's not doing the things. He's not doing the right things. One, yes, the NLC has the right to be affiliated to the Labour Party, but they do it in other crimes. The unions in UK or close to the party, to the Labour Party. The unions, most of the big unions in America are sympathetic to the Democratic Party and are a major bloc within that party. But NLC duty is to look out for the workers. Of workers and how they can better their lives. When you now leave that and you want to get involved in politics, then you are leaving your core mandate.
Yeah.
If you notice that the last strike action, there was a division between TUC
and NLC.
because the TUC said he did not involve anybody, they didn't carry them along, he just took a decision on his own. Remember that in Imo, when they wanted to run for the governorship of Imo State, because he was interested and he had a candidate, he was using NLC to picket a state to try to do things, and that was when he was beaten and all that and manhandled. It is not right for NLC to get involved in the mainstream of politics. That is not their mandate. That is not their mandate. Right. And you cannot use NLC to want to seek to seize power in a political party. That is not what you are supposed. That's not what NLC is meant for. If you want to, like the party told him, if you are interested in becoming the chairman of the party or you want to run the party, resign from NLC and seek for elective posts within the party. And then you can do whatever you like. But you cannot say that, oh, I'm the NLC chairman. And he has this thing that I don't like. I mentioned it the other time. He will just sleep and wake up and say, oh, we are going to do the mother of all strikes. We are going to do strike. Or he won't even sit down and look at it, that what are the challenges? What are the challenges of government? What are the implications of this strike? He will just wake up and say that we are going on strike tomorrow. Then the second day, he will say, oh, we have called it off. He has done that more than 5 times. He's a very unserious leader.
The time will come when nobody will take
him seriously again. It's very unserious, and it's because he's so believed that, oh, I'm the NLC chairman, I can do whatever I like. You can't do whatever you like. That is not how it works. The mandate of the NLC is different from Labour as a political party. So if he wants to become the chairman of Labour, let him be
interested in becoming chairman.
No, of course he's not.
He wants to
control the party. That's what he wants to do. And it is wrong, because they were complaining initially that, oh, there was no convention. Now they want to do convention. Now you guys say you cannot, you are going against it. And this picketing that they did is so unprofessional, because we cannot use Labour style
tactics
and tactics and to want to force a political party to do what you want. It's not right.
BK, what do you think will be the lasting way to, how can this be resolved? Because when we look at this, the NLC were meant to protect the rights of the workers, and now we see them involved in politics.
No, that's what he's saying, that Ajaero has deviated from the mandate or the essence of the Labour Party, which is to
protect the rights
of workers. But Labour Party, its core goal is to take power from the people who are in power now. That's
for
why
the benefit of the Nigerian people.
Yes, that's why they are contesting election and all that. So it's not simply to take care of the interests of workers. Otherwise, they won't be contesting election in all the 774 local government in our country. If it's simply for workers, what is the population of workers? Workers are just 5% of the Nigerian population. You know? So in this case, there is a desire to hijack the leadership of the Labour Party, so that going forward, Ajaero and co will be in a position of strength to take decisions, to take big decisions, say we don't want this and it must not happen. They are worried now that, okay, people like Ajaero, they came from nowhere. They are now rich. I saw some pictures of buildings. They said these were buildings that Ajaero, after I became chairman. You cannot, you know, these things, where were they, Ajaero and co, when Ajaero was accused, along with some of his ESCO members, of forging documents, changing the names of candidates that had already won primaries, and lying through those documents that those guys willingly gave up their candidacy. You know, they didn't say anything at that time because it was convenient at that time. Okay, let's fight a different person. Now you can see it's a big shame that within Labour we are seeing this massive show of shame. It's a big shame, because if you ask people, like by this time last year, Nobody would have imagined that Labour would degenerate to this point. They've accused themselves of corruption. They've washed each other's dirty linen in public.
They have factions.
They have factions. They accuse their chairman of being a thief that has been embezzling money. Now, even the NLC has come into the fold, accusing Abure of using the party for his own personal interest and corruption and all that. So, I think that at the end of the day, this is looking like a battle of the fittest. It is the tactics that they are using is dangerous because it can lead to violence. There are some places where they will be resisted. Because if you are saying they should picket all Labour Party offices across the country, you are looking for trouble. They could be resisted in some places and there will be bloodshed. So the security agencies also need to be on their toes. Ajaero, if Ajaero wants to picket, let him be in the forefront. But this time around, he chose not to be in the forefront. Other people...
Because the last time in Imo...
he didn't want to... This time, he doesn't want to be beaten. So he's not standing in the forefront. Once beaten, twice
shy, like they say.
Yes. There's no need for all this. And the tactics are wrong.
Indeed.
Look at what they are...
we see all the placards and card-carrying members.
You can't use picketing style to chase the man out of office. He will go to court and you will lose.